we got Karg, boys. Oh, wow, he despawns on turn-in. For folks who are just tuning in, we've been tooling around with the Karg camp for just about 9 hours now. I did a lot of testing as well with a bard on the test server, basically trying to use that and follow a post I saw on Alakazam. And I thought we had it figured out. You can see I marked all these spots on my map as Karg PH locations. And it turns out we were pretty much right. You know, I should mark the final spawn location here. He was like right down here. Hey Daspo, these potions are light healing potions. So it's an instant cast that I can use on myself if I get in a real pinch. I got them from doing the Putrid Ribbone quest. Oh yeah, thanks dude, finally got Karg. I got him like right as I stopped watching Sean's stream and started streaming here. I managed to get him, so it was pretty sweet. Alright, now time to get some EXP probably. Try to think of where we want to go to get 25. We also have 4 new emotes. I don't think they're visible yet because of this error that Twitch is having, but we'll have them up soon. I could do Lava Storm. You know what? I could go all the way to Soleil and probably get some quick levels in the entrance of Soleil. It might be worth checking out. Gunk would be good, but I don't want to ruin my Froglock faction. Feels good to finally put that camp behind us. So I'm probably not too low for Pa, but the problem is there's usually a group camping the entrance of Pa, and they like pull to the entrance, which kind of erases the mobs that I could solo. Hail Traveler, I am Karg of Clan Icebear, lone hunter of the Everfrost Peaks. Have you seen any polar bears about? It has been a long time since I crafted items from werewolves. I hope this aids you in your journeys. Farewell, friend, until we meet again. So it turns out that he despawns when you turn in a quest item, which is crazy given how rare he is. Permafrost entrance, I tried it a little bit. The mobs are mostly gray or green to me, and even though they're gray and green, they still almost kill me. It's crazy, they're so strong. The healers have just so much mana. we'll swing through. We'll check out Pa on the way to. We'll check out Pa maybe on the way to Solasec A. If it's not camped, we'll do some Pa. It's 2 a.m. We might run into a werewolf as we roll through West Piranha. So what I found in my testing of Karg was that the respawn was always exactly 9 seconds of the mobs that I believed to be on his pH cycle, which for the Paladin, basically, I found 4 different spots where the pHs would pretty regularly spawn, and they would stand there for like a minute and then they would path away. But they were far enough away that basically, like, if I killed one, I could run, and by the time I would check any one of the given spawn points, the mob would be up because the 9 seconds would have passed, but he would not have pathed away yet because it takes like a full minute for them to path, and it's a pretty tight square. Oh yeah, level 10, that's gonna be a rough encounter at level 10 for sure. Even at 23, it's a little bit sketch for me to fight one. Oh, that sucks. They run really fast too. Even if you have Spirit of Wolf, it might be tough to escape one. And I did want to stream the whole Karg camp, because like you see, it was 9 hours. It's really not an exciting camp to stream. I already did like 3 or 4 hours on stream. But yeah, basically I found that all his mobs that he spawns from are weird. They're not normal spawns. They're like a lower level tier than the mobs in that region usually are. They're like the goblin whelps, they're like the polar bear cubs, the large spiders but not the giant spiders. And you would see one, you'd be like, wait a second, that's weird that that's out here. And that's how you know pretty much that it's a Karg PH. Or maybe I'm crazy and I just got super lucky. We're also getting to one of those levels where some of these zones we don't have to be so cautious. Like there's very few things in Western Piranha that really threaten us, so that's nice. I think the ogre guards would be a huge issue, but they're gonna sit at their one little static spot and not be a problem. Hill giants or cyclopses up in the mountains there could be a risk, but they kind of stay to their area as well. The only big pather that could really be a problem for us would be like the ghoul messenger, and he does run out through this area, so we got to be a little bit vigilant. But that's one mob in this whole zone. Anyway, I was gone for the weekend, but it's good to be back working on the Paladin again. I saw the queue time has grown significantly since last time I was on. I think I was in the queue for a little over 2 hours before I got in, and it said the queue time was 64 minutes, so pretty intense. Wow, that's crazy. So you're about to hit 3 hours now, huh? Did you DC, or are you just logging in for the first time today? It's this weird vicious cycle where the harder it is to, like, the worse the queue is, the more people will be inspired to use auto hotkeys and things like that to stay online and not get AFK kicked, so that they don't have to so they don't have to deal with the queue anymore. And the more people that do that, the worse the queue becomes, and it just keeps reinforcing itself to the point where, like, only random crashes or the few people who are not auto hotkeying to bypass AFK timers will allow folks to get in. Supposedly they're going to be addressing it this week. We'll see. I think Wednesday is the day they usually do their patches. Interesting. I wonder if that's what it was, or if it was like a mouse movement macro. I think the current meta for avoiding AFK auto kick is to go to character select and just have a hotkey that taps through your characters. That way you're not getting kicked from the world, but you're still there, you know what I mean? Which means GMs won't see you logged in, not doing anything for an extended period of time. Because early on we were hearing stories about people getting manually kicked by GMs, or even being suspended for bypassing the auto kick. Not sure how true those stories are, but at least those are the stories that we heard. Couple more levels and we'll be able to replace these with the shoulders from Unrest. I think either 28 or 30 we'll be able to camp those. It'll be a huge win because the stats are slightly better, but also we'll get rid of that negative 10 MR. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. You're talking about farming the spiders, no faction hit, it's really nice. And you could also get the tunic, which is good if you're a large race. Yeah, Barbarian, you could do with them. You know what's weird about that shield? It's not magical, even though it's got stats. But I'm doing the same thing. I'm avoiding Upper Guck because I want to retain that faction there. I'm going to go there at like 36, I think, and attempt to solo the Shin Lord, and it'll be really convenient being able to go and sit at that camp without aggroing anything. Alright, the worst of the Karanas is down. So if Pa is open and we can farm some of those mobs, there's some good options there for us. We can get those scrolls to complete the scroll quest, which will open up the Gem Encrusted Gauntlets and the Tier of Karana for us. 2 big upgrades. Oh yeah, I've accepted that I'm gonna have to murder for the Ghoulbane. But at least if I'm not KOS there, it'll be a little bit easier to split them out, pull them, and wait for him to spawn without being attacked, you know, the whole time. Make it ever so slightly less dangerous, since this is a permadeath run. Yeah, luckily I've got lull, which will help a lot. I think actually pretty soon I'll have straight up Pacify, which will be even better. Alright, so this zone can be relatively dangerous for us. I'm trying to think of anything that might be KOS. The Elephants and Trents and Centaurs will not be KOS. The AVX aren't KOS. I guess the only thing that I could really run into that would be a huge problem for us would be like the Ishvamal, high-level Necromancer mob that wanders out here sometimes. The Zampost is a little bit wrong. It's a little bit wrong. So what we did was we did some testing on test server with a bard, and I was able to figure some things out. The Zampost says that his pHs, the pH list they give on Zam I think is mostly accurate. It's just a little ambiguous on some of them, like it says spiders, but really it's only a large spider, not a giant spider. So things like that. It says that it could be 12 seconds plus or minus 3 seconds, but in my experience, it was always 9 seconds. And there was 5 locations where I found that those pHs would pop randomly. So basically what I figured out was that being on the Paladin, if I could just locate one of those mobs that I knew was on the pH cycle, and I had the pH locations marked on the respawns, I could kill one, then start checking the respawn locations. When they respawn, they sit there and do not move for like at least a full minute, which means I will always find one of the mobs up, because I can check all 4 locations before they will path away. And either I was just crazy lucky or I was correct and it worked. And after about an hour and a half of doing it tonight, he popped. It'll actually be in the very beginning of this VOD. You'll get to see him spawn and me turn the stuff in. The crazy thing that I didn't know is that he despawns on turn in. So I only got to turn in one of the quest items. Whoa, a very loving robot. Thank you so much for the raid, man. Now more than ever, since Twitch is all messed up, people can't even see that, like, people that are following are streaming. What's up, Bull? Hey, so for folks who are just tuning in but caught me before my couple-day break, we just got this werewolf skin cloak from our boy Karg Icebear. Finally spawned, a 9-hour camp. Not too bad. We found out that he despawns when you turn it in, so we could not turn in the other quest items. I just sold them because I'm not going to do that again for some marginal upgrades. Right, it feels good to be back. A couple days off, but we're here. So now that we got the item that we were after, we're going to try to get some EXP. We're checking PA again, see if the entrance maybe isn't camped, and maybe we can kill some stuff. Look at that, I see a blue con mob right there. Let's do this. Hey, Night God, thanks for the follow, man. I hit 50 with a mage. Queso Dip, thank you so much for the follow. Alright, so this guy will run, so we're going to have to remember to root him. We'll have to see what percent these guys want to run at. Sometimes they want to do it at 50 or 40. Sometimes they'll wait until 20. If it's 20, it's not a big deal. $420 Austin 69. Thanks for the follow. Very nice name. So check it out, we submitted a bunch of emotes for subscribers to use. There will be 5 of them, I want to say, 4 or 5. Right now, they might be working. However, we can't use emotes because Twitch is all jacked up. So expect them to be working tomorrow. Fingers crossed. We did replace our little viewership points, though, with the gnolls slain counter in celebration of the 1,000 gnolls we had to kill earlier to get our shield. So feel free to start accruing your gnolls slain, just like I do. This guy's 22, I'm 23, so pretty even level. Let's see what kind of EXP we get. This guy became much stronger once we rooted him. Okay. 3-ish%. Rusty sword, that sucks, but let's see what else we have here. A Knoll Tongue. No trade quest item. Curious. This is for an out-of-era quest. Add this to the never list. Yeah, Soulmart, I got a solo. Hey, good night, a very loving robot. Thanks again for the raid. So there's my rule set there in chat. SSF is super fun. Adding the permadeath really puts some spice on it. I think it'd be easier as a cleric, to be honest. Yeah, rogue would be like impossible mode. Even I don't hate myself enough to do rogue. After this guy gets to 50, I might do a duo, so it won't be solo self-found, it will be duo self-found, and we'll play with some fun class combinations. Night God grouping is not allowed. No grouping, no trading. All items I get come from my quests, my crafting, default vendor stock, or mobs that I have soloed myself. And of course, if we die, the character is permanently retired. So 0 deaths allowed. Okay, so we have a yellow spawn here at the zone line. We'll give this a shot. Now, he just poisoned me. I don't think he hardcast poison. I think that's a proc. The lore says that these gnolls are known for poisoning their blades. He's losing HP fast. I must have had some good rounds. Oh, I camped Karg Ice Bear. Successfully, but I won't do it again. I'm leaving the Karg timer up there as a trophy for the rest of the stream. It's like a slippery slope token because there would be a lot of temptation there to just kind of like be like, whoops, I just went link dead, like /Q or like unplug my router when I was in a tight spot. If I just like am zoning into something and I crash and I come back dead, perhaps. Pretty sure I would walk into the zone line if I tried to back out of his melee range there. My only for sure caveats are that if I get intentionally grieved or trained, then I won't count it. Because you know, it's inevitable that it'll happen at some point. Yeah, it was Karg Ice Bear Soulmort. I had one night where I was pretty bad about getting DC token. That was the only time I had troubles like that though. Poison is probably worth curing. See if we get the raw win here, or if we have to use LOH for one of our healing potions. The poison was doing 10 damage a tick. I wasn't really paying attention to it, but yeah, it definitely seems like it's worth curing. Well, here's the thing. It's going to do, what, like 60 damage over the course of its duration. And for just a little bit more mana, I can heal for 65. I'm surprised he's not running. A lot of times mobs will not run if you're also low HP. It's close, boys. Yeah, I see you guys. You guys got the idea there. Some mobs don't care, but a lot of them are like that. Yo, Wrecker, what's up, dude? Xerxes, I did not get the Null Slayer, not yet. I still plan to, but we just came from one kind of long, boring camp, and I didn't want to do a bunch back-to-back on stream. So Riker, most recent gains right here, Werewolf Skin Cloak. Yeah, for an EXP to mana and like time consumption perspective, that is super not worth it. But these entrance mobs are more or less the lowest level mobs I'm going to be able to encounter here, so I don't have any bandages on me. Hey Griffin, my first character to 50 and the server first 50 character was a mage. There are the final moments of that mage. I forget what the formula is for how much you can gain per bandage. You know, I know there's like a skill level formula. And of course, as a paladin, I'll only be able to go up to 50%. Is it the easiest class? I would say yes. I would say it is the easiest class. I wouldn't say it's like the fastest class, but the fastest way to get level 50 on TLP servers is in a pre-made 6-man static group. It's not like a P99 style where you solo. What's up, Vision? So like our group composition for the rush to 50 was Cleric, Enchanter, Necromancer, Mage. All EXP bonuses and penalties are removed on TLP servers. So Halfling is actually not any faster these days. Yeah, Riker, we actually had a group on Cello that went like 3 Enchanter, 3 Cleric. They were super slow. you just get crushed by the curve. Those first 11 levels, you're way behind the groups that have mages and stuff. So then by the time you unlock Charm, most of the best camps that are super competitive are already clogged up. And then, of course, there's the chance that things go poorly. We were the first group on Agnar, and our comp was very similar, except instead of the third mage, we had a Shadow Knight. I would say the Shadow Knight definitely made things a little bit easier, like they were steadier and more stable. But overall, dumping the Shadow Knight wasn't a huge deal. I think there is one guild on Miracle that is going strong, but the server, even from the outset, was very low population compared to, like, I think what expectations were. I don't think you'd find anyone outside of Miracle players who would say that it's very popular. It's weird, I'm seeing alerts like respawning here in the chat, so pardon that. I don't know if that's like a Twitch thing or what's going on. Drunken PodQuest. I wouldn't say I'm super confident in getting world firsts for Pantheon, provided Pantheon comes out, of course. You know, there's any number of organizations that could do it. The goal would be world first for raid content, but anybody's got a great chance, basically, if you really put your mind to it and you're organized. Yeah, Necromancer would be a super easy solo, 1 through 50. Mage will definitely have problems because they can't CC going all the way to 50. But a Necromancer could stay in like the hot Zem zones, basically, and really absorb the best EXP camps, even solo. Enchanter would be good, but they'd have some sticky parts. Hey, Token, Malkier, thank you for following, guys. Really appreciate it. Stap Radio, thanks for the follow. And Queso Dip, again, thanks for the follow. I'm not sure if I got you earlier. Thanks, the weebiest weeb to ever weeb. Best combo is definitely Enchanter Cleric. Basically, no competition for best duo. Zinthal, thanks for the follow. Oh, what do I think about the combination? Necromage, I think, would be really powerful. Necromancer is powerful, but it doesn't have like that kind of punch you in the mouth power that a mage has. So having them both together, I think it complements one another well. The only issue is like alone, the Necromancer can get into things without worrying about any consequences. But when you have that duo partner there, you've got to make sure that your buddy on the mage can successfully navigate zones or get away from threats. Because they don't have Feign Death or Invis versus Undead. Cleric Mage would be fine, though the Mage pet is not going to be a good tank. Like, after Luckland, I think the pet nerfs go away, some of the tanking nerfs that they applied over the years, and then it would be more viable. But they intentionally made Mage pets have lower AC, lower HP than they did on some of the previous servers, like way back, Lockjaw, Ragefire kind of era. In order to prevent people from abusing mages as much. Oh yeah, every little bit'll help. And I actually have not compared, you know what I mean? If an equivalent level mage pet will tank better than a naked tank, because that's kind of what you have at launch, right? Like, would a naked paladin or naked shadow knight tank better than a level equivalent mage pet? Maybe they would, maybe they wouldn't. It's worth testing if that's kind of a duo option you're looking at. So they made the 4 gnolls, or the 3 gnolls that used to spawn outside of Paw. They used to spawn at the little spires, and they would each occasionally drop scrolls. They made them stop spawning on this server for some reason. So we're hoping that we can still get those scrolls inside Paw, but if we can't, it's gonna be a real bummer. Okay, someone is saying yes, so that's good. That's good. Glad to see that they do drop. Nice. I think someone else walked through and killed that first spawn up there to the north. So our next pop is going to be this east part of this entrance. Vision, I have not died yet. Yeah, the token. So that's basically a misunderstanding. The belief that they normalized Zems. What they meant when they said normalized is basically like, okay, maybe there was one zone in Classic that had a 80% Zem. Now there is still one zone in Classic that has an 80% Zem. It's just not the same zone. It's that kind of mindset. So the total amount of zone experience modifier bonus zones, the total amount of EXP bonus accumulated throughout all the zones is the same. It's distributed differently though. I defeated the queue today by calling my wife 2 hours before I got home from work and saying, "Hey honey, please initiate the queue." Freeport has no Zem. I didn't do the hole because the hole was not going to be open on server launch, and that list of Zems I did fundamentally started as a list to optimize my own leveling route. We'll probably do the hole sometime while we're on here though. Does what make this a non-SSF run? Oh, right, because the wife. No, here's the thing. She didn't log into this character, only this account. I think we can beat this guy without stopping to heal, but it's kind of sketch. Never mind, he punked out. That root resist is bad news though. May as well cure myself. So I've heard rumor that they are going to be addressing some of the queue issues this Wednesday with the patch. We'll see if that's true, or even if they intend to, if they can, if they're capable of doing so. Riker, I bet you would be the only person in Kedge if you went there right now, unless there's someone camping like some obscure item like the Squall Surge Shawl. Hey Setsa, yo, you gotta check out this gear, it's coming out really well. Alright, so for everyone watching, I'm using this Deepwater Harpoon, which we quested. I've got this Minotaur Ribcage, which we got from Yimf the Eternal in the Infernal in Gorge of King's Orb. We've got 2 brass earrings for that bonus AC. We've got silver amber rings, which we received via a quest reward for turning in brass earrings to a male high elf slave in Crushbone. And then he gives you a letter which you turn into a garden fell with. You get these rings for strength. And today we got the big one, the werewolf skin cloak after that 9-hour Karg Ice Bear camp. So that's another 3 strength, 3 stamina. From Blackburrow we got the spiked collar for 3 strength. We got the Sword of Terrible Rusty Spike shoulder pads, 5 strength, negative 10 MR. And of course, as we went through Ocean of Tears, we did take the time to snag a Purity belt for 2 strength and 2 stamina. Still not dead, Vice. Oh yeah, and so the other items we're rocking are the Polished Granite Tomahawk, PGT, and the Cracked Darkwood Shield, which, by the way, took us, I think, 20 hours. 176 spawns to get the mob that we wanted to spawn on a 7-minute timer. 7.5-minute timer. The rest is banded that I crafted, yeah. Check out this achievement. Over 1,000 gnolls killed in the process of just like leveling up and then camping that shield. So we run a bandolier macro that looks like this. Pause 2, bandolier activate bash. I use that whenever I want to bash a mob, and then I just watch the countdown click. And when bash is up again, I use it. So every now and then I'll get a slash round in with my PGT when I do that, and I'll occasionally proc the PGT Berserker strength as well. So double bonus there. Setsa, I am gonna push for fine plate. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get smithing up to about 120, and then I'm gonna start just taking pot shots at pieces of fine plate. Yeah, dude, the bandolier is crazy. Being able to bash with a 2-hander is actually a huge DPS increase. We do have 188 plat saved up. And let's check out our blacksmithing skill. Blacksmithing is 83. We might have enough plat soon. Like, I think 200 plat might carry us right to 100 skill. A little bit RNG. Yeah, these queues are terrible, man. It's getting worse and worse too. It's like I was saying earlier in the stream, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, kind of like a vicious cycle thing going on right now, where the queue is so terrible that more and more people are being prompted to use auto clickers and other semi-illicit means to stay online and avoid the AFK auto kick, which only exacerbates the queue issue, inspiring more and more people to turn to those same methods. I think I need more mana, man. This guy's kind of sketch, this yellow con. Yeah, they did lower the pop because the server was really, really awful. Like 10-minute zone times, 30 to 40 second tel lag. It was really terrible to play when you were online, so they lowered the cap. Yeah, Nils, it could be used that way to bandolier. So for me, do ability 2 is bash, do ability 3 is disarm. Don't put that evil on me, Daspout. Got to do that hard math on like, is the DPS loss and the non-swing time that it takes to cure the poison worth curing the poison versus just healing myself later? I need to break out the abacus and do some calcs. This guy is crushing me, like it's not even gonna be close. I haven't gone all the way purple club yet, Setsa, but I've been below 10% a few times. I mean, this guy's just gonna straight up kill me if I don't use lay on hands, probably, so we'll see something here. Well, the other one that spawned was a blue for me, Gilmir, but I could just lull them and split that way. Or I could drag them to the zone line, route one, zone out, zone back in, since we're so close. Oh yeah, I probably did go purple club day one. I've personally been really lucky with the crashes and stuff. I've only crashed twice since Airdoon launched. Both were on this character though. Hey, boosted. Gypsy Prince, thanks for the follow, man. Knock on wood, but he hasn't really procced a poison yet. If I died at level 1, I would have definitely gone Paladin 2. Would have liked a little bit more time on that route. I need to at least get 30 mana so I can hit him with a root when he runs. I'll bust out the LOH if I have to. We had a PGT proc, look at that. Hey, yeah, Faceless was a good time on Lockjaw. We got it, boys. Time to med. I'm not sure who the dev is that's on his stream tomorrow. I'm sure it'll be good though. I'm gonna have to check the VOD. I'll probably be at work. I had a really awful post on Allah a long time ago when I was like 9 years old. I always go back and try to find it. It's gone. I think they deleted it back in the day for being too dumb. Oh, that's pretty cool. You can still see some of them on Wayback Machine Record. Oh, that's pretty cool, Night God. You know, it only spins you if you're already moving in one or the other directions when you get hit. So I sometimes spin just because I'm like always holding down the right click. Still no emotes available. I can see my followed channels appearing on the left again, at least, so maybe Twitch is starting to fix itself. Oh, guess what, chat? I put some skill points into Null so that we can read these scrolls when we camp them. You guys can learn all about the lore of Paw. What's up, Full Heals? No. So the scroll quest gives you some really good options. You could get a Karanis tier, which is a 5 stamina magic earring, and you can also use it to run the Gem Inlaid Gauntlets quest. The Cello Guild is still going strong. I think they are 8 months or less. Frank's in the chat, he'll know for sure. I think it's 8 months away from live. Doing big things. Rip. There you go, Wrecker. You are permitted. It should be good forever. Yeah, it's either going to be like right before or right after, I think. It's going to be March, March of next year, we expect. Oh, that sucks, Riker. Yeah, we're not gonna screw around over there. I feel like someone sniped our mob that was over here while we were medding though. Yeah, here's hoping, man. Hoping that the launch isn't as bad as this launch was. Yeah, Cornav had a rough time, I think, you know, because it was always just a Finny clone. It was kind of like in between. So it was always going to be a rough ride for Cornav. I mean, Mangler's going to suffer the same fate. Almost any server, even Aradune, you know, they're all going to find themselves in the same position. As long as Daybreak or Dark Paw or whatever they're going to call themselves continues to push out new TLP servers annually, it'll almost guarantee that no server ever actually reaches live with a population on it. Though I don't even know that that's the goal, you know, for the company. I don't know that they care about that. Which guild are you in? Full Gila? Right, you're right, Riker. They probably just want to churn these out because they know the launch push generates a ton of cash. Oh, Exiles of Agnar, nice. I think the future of TLPs should just be kind of a focus on servers that are unconventional in rule set or progress faster, certainly faster than 3 months. I think a good number of the expansions should be consolidated, some of the ones that are pretty much universally panned, or if not panned, at least provide not enough content to be worth being their own expansion. Like Eldon, LOY, and Pop should all just be one single expansion. I think DON and Ohms of War should be one single expansion. I think POR and DODH should just launch together, or POR can launch a week after DODH launches or something like that, and you know, it doesn't impact the timer. That's crazy, Gilmere, but big congrats on making it in. Now just don't crash. Oh, dude, yeah. First, like, Planet Time is not a fun zone. To be totally honest, it's cool like the first 3 to 5 times you clear it. Maybe the first 3 to 5 times you clear it every time you start on a new server, but after that, it's just a drag. And the rest of Pop is kind of just like meh. Like it suffers from that problem where once you get into Planet Time, it's arguably pointless to raid other content. You know what I mean? It really puts you in this one small sphere of worthwhile content in the expansion. At least with some of the other expansions, like, I mean, Classic and Kunark and Velius are all like this. There's tons of worthwhile mobs to hit. Luckland has it a little bit just because VT loot is so much better than most of the other loot, but you'll still do Sra, you'll still do Seru. Yeah, MOTM just ruined TOV, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree on that. You know, it's crazy because, like, one mob with Velius HP and stats with MOTM, or even like 1 or 2 in a cycle, it's not bad, right? Every time your guild does Kale, unless you're 20 manning AOW, it's fine. In fact, it's fun. Doji, big Doji, thanks for the sub, bro. I think right now the sub badges and the emotes are all jacked up because Twitch is being dumb, but hang in there. you'll get some swag. Oh, there you go. You got a little bit. You got that Froglock Ghoul Lord. He's got the yak. I still get the unable to load available emotes when I try to use mine. RIP. There's a chance that mine haven't been totally approved yet. The 2-month sub is either a Spectre or it is a Goblin from the Kunark Goblin tribes. Those are like the 2 and 3 month ones. Yeah, so we might still be waiting for ours to be approved, but we've got some really good ones on the way. See if you guys can click that link and view those. Those are going to be the 3 of the 5 that I've submitted. Okay, sets a hardest and easiest. Hardest, guaranteed to be rogue. Easiest, necromancer. Maybe druid because of the ports. I think necro is the easiest if you are doing permadeath, and I would say maybe druid if you're not doing permadeath. Dude, Rogue SSF on Air, that's like a nightmare mode. This zone just gave up on respawns. Just turn them off. I think mage would be doable, but you'd hit some real tough spots on the mage because of CC problems. Like mage doesn't have pooling tools, doesn't have any kind of lull or anything. You'd have to like let the pet tank and just like absolutely try to blow mobs up to split them up. But if you were content to farm like single spawns, like P99 style, like do the Bard leveling route, which is to say the leveling route where you farm Bard NPCs, mage would be super trivial. Whereas Necromancer could go to like the bomb camps, you know what I mean, and just split them, give no fucks, get the best Zems, charm undead when they want. Like Necro can go wild. Yeah, root nets are in, but they are not rechargeable, so you gotta recamp the dude every time you want one. Gil, what level's the rogue? Yeah, in my experience, it was the common drop. I camped a bunch on P99 at least. Hey, 12's pretty good, man. Dude, I don't even know if it actually works on TLP. I've never messed with intimidation on my monk much, other than to like skill it up. I think I've seen it work a handful of times ever. I remember skilling it up on like someone's pet or something stupid and having it work like once or twice the whole time I was trying to max the skill out. Wow, that's crazy, dude. See, I wonder what goes into being bad at EQ, you know what I mean? Because it's not like a complex game. EQ is not like fundamentally hard in execution. So is a bad EQ player simply one who doesn't like care enough to try or to pay attention? I feel like it's like you don't pay attention. Now, there's definitely like people who are good at EQ, like on the far end of that spectrum. People who have that kind of like encyclopedic knowledge of the EQ mechanics and can really take full advantage of capabilities, even in the realm of like exploits and stuff. But it's just so hard to imagine like someone actually trying to not be bad and still being bad at EQ. You know what the number one bad player thing I see is? People don't know how to move. Like you're like, okay, we're gonna hug this wall and dodge this mob so we don't have to invis 70 people. And someone will always fuck it up. Like people just don't know how to like pilot their character around the world somehow. Killed that guy just in time. I really wish that this high level person wasn't killing this blue mob that is like one of two mobs I can camp in the zone. Dude, he might out DPS me. Dude, he did KS me. Well, I mean, I engaged last, so. I knew you guys were gonna see me struggling with that. I couldn't think of it for some reason. I was like, I know it's not say. It just wouldn't come to me, so I abandoned the attempt. Hey, we have some new spells to add to the block buff list. Yeah, this guy would just like smoke me. So one of the problems I run into now that I've been streaming this is like my, oh geez. Look at good guy Dixie intentionally not training me. What a champ. So left control is my push to talk key. It's what I use to key up when I want to talk on stream, or you know, in other things as well. But on stream you tend to talk very frequently while you're fighting and everything, and it makes it weird to use my hotkey buttons. So a lot of times you'll see me click. It's not because I'm bad, though I am also bad, just as a separate matter. But it's because I'm trying to not, you know, mess up while clicking buttons and holding down control at the same time. Back in, even in like 2010, I used to click a lot. Like it was my primary way was clicking the hotbar. Hey Cardis, thanks for the follow, man. That was when I was just getting back into EQ after a long time off. Full Healer, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I basically never bind anything after hotbar 1. I guess when you get to like the higher level content, like what you're doing, Frank, you probably have a lot more abilities that you're trying to use. But I think even like the spell bar is default key bound. It's like shift plus number. I'm wrong on what it was, but I'm pretty confident it's default key bound. Token Faceless is still playing on cello. I'm not on cello right now, personally. Ah, there we go. Thanks, Novacham. Yeah, I knew it was one of those keys on the side there, plus the numeric. As a dumb monk, I don't have to worry about these things. So this is doable, but the EXP kind of blows. I'm not sure that there's really a good camp for us right now. What do you use as your push to talk, Frank? Ooh. Soul A might kind of be the same situation where there's just like a handful of mobs I can kill. We'll go try Soul A. It's not a big deal. We'll go check it out rather than camping these 2 mobs for infinite time. A 3-button mouth. Full Healer, I am level 23. Dude, Ranger would be awesome. I often find myself wishing I could do things, and I think of which class could do those things and still be SSF fun, and it's always Ranger. I wish I could snare so that when I root mobs, they don't beat me up. I wish I could run faster. I wish I could cast invisibility on myself. All Ranger abilities. Ranger's harder than Pally at the low levels though, because there are not as many good quest and weapon options available. Like Paladin can do Shining Star of Light or Bull Smasher, both of which are incredible weapons for a noob. And it's more or less a guaranteed thing. Like you can just do it and get it done. And then in the medium level range, you get the Deep Water Harpoon. Pretty simple, straightforward stuff. Rangers got a struggle earlier on, but I think later on it's going to be a lot easier. And the later content will represent a much larger block of the total grind time. So Ranger's probably a better class overall. That's how I am, Secrets. When things get close, I press my bash button so hard, my finger hurts. Yeah, he's 27. I mean, he's still tough. It's still a risky fight. Dude, when I was farming my werewolf hides, I was engaged with a werewolf, Yellowcon, right? So at this time, I think I was 22. It's like, okay, I can beat a werewolf if I use Lay on Hands. So I'm fighting this guy, pop Lay on Hands. Okay, Lay on Hands is down. Now I'm at like 80%, pretty close to winning the fight. All of a sudden, Ghoul Messenger rolls up on me. So now I'm fighting a werewolf and the Ghoul Messenger at the same time. Ghoul Messenger, of course, was a redcon. I'm like, oh fuck, Lay on Hands is down. We're toast, boys. I thought the run was over. So I rooted the werewolf, turned around and tried to root the Ghoul Messenger. I figured it was gonna fail, but it was my only shot, right? Root landed the first try. I ran away, strafe ran, and I guess they just lost aggro. They popped right off my extended target when root faded. So lucky. I really like that they added the wizard spires to like the zone background here so that you can see them. I don't think there's a lot of other zones where they do that. Like, can you think of any other classic zone where you can see a major landmark from a separate zone? I don't know if I can think of any in like classic or Kunark. Can you see the tower in Oasis from North Row or South Row? Oh yeah, dude. You go to West Corona, man, there's like so many bears, so many grizzly bears. That's where I farmed my thick grizzly skins to level up tailoring. And get my weight reduction bags. Man, look at this shield. Get that shield out of here. It'd be cool if they added the Swarm Mother. Is that her name? The Swarm Mother from back in the day to the game? She was in this zone. She would pop in North Corona, maybe even in West Corona as well. You guys know what I'm talking about? It was part of like she was like the boss of the Plague of the Coronas. She would drop like high level gems. West Corona makes more sense since that was like, you know, where the plague was most localized. Dude, bandits are like 5 plat per kill if you get a sash. Yep, just like what happens now with Queen Click Nick. I'm really glad we didn't have to use our lay on hands and paw. Traveling is always like the scariest part of this. Riker, have you seen the Quince quest? It's that guard in South Kanos that you can like just pull them to the turn-in mob and you can spam hail and back and forth. Nice. Hey, Leafy Greens, what's up, dude? The worst part about this run is that like I've really got to pee, but it's also really scary to go AFK. Like I could AFK on this side, but someone could rush a hill giant over here. I could AFK on the east Corona side, but there's like 20 mobs in there that could kill me. That's why I liked it when there was 10-minute zone lines here. Alright, we're gonna auto run to the zone line and I will be right back. All right, we made it. I wonder if we could kill the Goblin King and Runny Eye. Level 23. I think he's 25. The problem is there'll be probably a bunch of like grays would still assist him. Goblins are dumb like that. Nah, Bibs would actually be a downgrade for me, but I would like the 5 stamina belt, black and iron girdle, and the grotesque mask would be an upgrade. And even maybe the black and iron helm with the resists on it. I think the lower level, so since they reverted it from like the Picklaw version to the, you know, the original Goblin Runny Eye version, I think it's like busted and he respawns. Like there's like a really good chance that the king spawns rather than any kind of PH. Yeah, dude, when you kill one of those, you get like 9 spider silks. It's insane. Is that for the, what is that quest called? The Shawl quest? Hey, Real Benita, I am level 23. Big 23. Wrecker, what do you do to get 190 blacksmithing? What's your route? I think Ornate is in on this server. Like I could make Ornate chainmail or whatever, which would be 1 AC and 1/2 pound lighter. 1 AC more and 1/2 pound lighter than each bandit piece equivalent. But it's super expensive to make. Like one of the elements you need to craft each piece is a raw 50 plat. Ah. Rubicite is from the Zone Kazakh Thule. I don't think Rubicite is dropping right now. It will drop, but for some reason there is a 30-day delay. So 1 month after launch, Rubicite begins dropping, and it drops for 30 days. Right now it's Raven Scale. The Rogue only drops. You can make sewing kits? Very interesting. I'll have to look up that recipe. Token, I can't make the Paladin quest armor actually because it requires one of the components requires enchanted platinum bars, and I can't enchant platinum myself. This is kind of a problem. I've got 4 levels on this eye, but I think it'll kill me anyway. We made it, boys. That would be cheating, Nova Champ. As much as I would like it. Oh, this is a fascinating little rock. Yeah, you could put like one of the negative HP items on mobs back in the day and watch noobs loot them and get in a death loop. Yep. The tunic that Wrecker's talking about. The perfect item. Okay, so this guy won't aggro me, which is a really good sign. I definitely don't know my way around Runny Eye, though. No, you can't still do it. I want to say that charmed mobs will not take magic weapons. No, that's wrong. But for some reason, you can't do it. Oh, God. We're dead, boys. Woo! I could use maps, but the thing is, like, in that zone, maps are basically useless. Low level zone, Redcon, Evil Eye just pathing near the entrance. He'd have to be at least 5 levels below. Yeah, dude, that was red to me. You could see it in the extended target window. He'd have to be at least 5 levels below me for me to be comfortable fighting an enchanter NPC. His pet alone is going to have a tremendous amount of HP. And then if I kill it or otherwise get rid of it, he's going to charm me. It's level 29, dude. It just paths around the entrance, you know, with the level 6 mobs. That's a real problem. So, funny enough, when I came through here at level 5 to do the Shining Star of Light, he was up. He got a round on me because I came around the corner and walked right into him. He rounded me and I was like at 20% or something crazy and managed to hit the zone line before he got another round off. I'm surprised he didn't just root me when he aggroed me earlier. I don't even see a cast. He didn't cast anything. I got really lucky. Right. Evil Eye smells bitch in here. Yeah, Vault Boy, that thing will basically kill me in 3 seconds. He's like 25, so in a game where the maximum level is 50, the mobs that he's around are level 5, and he is level 29. We're gonna do this, boys. Maybe not right now, but we're gonna come here one day, and we're gonna win. So the craziest thing about him is I'm pretty sure his pathing loop actually takes him all the way down by like the king room. The zone's really weird with targeting. I bet you I could target like any names from the zone line here. Maybe he's not up. Dude, you could hear the giants rolling up on you at least. I think my first one was the underscore goblin, right? Yeah, I did the underscore goblin. Didn't return any results. He's probably not up. Goblin King spawns in like some random room deep inside too. Like there's that tree trunk room. You go like through a room on the right of that, and 2 more rooms, and he spawns them there. I don't think he's like Lord Picklaw, where he has like a bunch of different spawn points. They still have the pick. Or I don't think they're called Picklaw destroyers. They still have Goblin destroyers though, which can pop anywhere, you know, in any of those like high level rooms down there. But I mean, like, the stuff they drop is just garbage now. Dude, since like 1999, the lifespan of those halflings is so low. Yeah, I could turn the PvP book. It comes up basically every day we do this, and it's a good idea. Honestly, it's a good idea, but it would open me up to getting PK'd. It's weird. I wonder why the stream shows a visual glitch on the floor there. I don't see that in my game. Yeah, it's a nice city. Some of the cities in Classic EQ have kind of like a haphazard feel. Some of them feel really well put together, like Kanos, Original Freeport, Rivervale, all really well done. G-Fei, obviously one of the best zones. Oh yeah. Yeah, every EQ city is super distinct. I wish when they redid the Zems, they would do it with the perspective of encouraging players to go to zones they rarely went to encourage more adventure rather than to incentivize, quote, more dangerous zones. Because at this point, like, so much of the danger has been mitigated by player knowledge. Yeah, nighttime Kithcore is a problem. I mean, we could run on the zone walls, and it's not usually a big deal. But for me, with like only 1 life, Kithcore would be a huge problem at nighttime. In fact, I would actually just sit in Rivervale and wait till daytime if it was night. That's why you saw me check the time in my chat window before I ran out here. Does it give you a reward option list? Secrets? If not, I'll have to set it up. Oh yeah, I see you have it. You highlighted your message. Look at that. Now I can see it. But I'm gonna add some more custom things. I'm gonna add like a lore thing. Like whenever people want, they can spend some points, and I'll be forced to spit out some lore on the current area, mob, or zone we're in. who knows what it means? That's just one of the default options that they have on Twitch. Indeed, you can subscribe to NullFacts. I assume that all of our emotes will be approved, if not today, then by tomorrow. There's 3 of the 4 or 5 that we've submitted for approval if you guys want a little preview of what we're going to have. The goblin face is like perfect for oof, like uh-oh. The froglock one is like that surprised look. We'll just do the null head for random shit or anger. And then the other one I have is a skeleton head for like, you're about to die, rip. Fish scale icon? Okay, yeah, maybe I'll do one in honor of Trucidation. We'll do fish scales. Oh god, as soon as we zone into this new Kama lands, everything is so smooth. I pick zoned both because I didn't feel like running across common lands, and also because I didn't want to see all this auction spam. Right. I can't believe people are buying rusty, well, I can't believe people are selling rusty spike shoulder pads for 200 plat. I can only assume that people are buying it though. Dude, right? Those leaked pick zone hacks. So, I don't know if anyone has talked about this yet, but in the near future, we might get a group together and do a static push all on stream. You know, it won't be like the race scenario because the race is already over. But you'll get, anyone who's interested at least, will get to watch like a straight up 1 through 50 non-stop power grind. Probably like 39 hours or so. Or maybe 35 hours even. We'll do it as close to how we would do it on a server launch as possible without emulating the crashes and the queue time. We'll use, yeah, we'll probably use boxes, Frank, to run the spells. I don't know, maybe I'll ask Shuck to run it. I need to be careful out here. Dark elves will kill me. You know, the closer I get to Soleil, I feel like this is a really dumb idea. But I was talking to Sean, aka a Very Loving Robot, about doing it, and so we'll probably do it together. I'm like the wrong guy to ask about market stuff. I'm sure someone here in chat knows. I would have said a chrono. Dude, I'm literally the sucker. 1 chrono is like buying something off the dollar menu. Like, it's just the default. I don't even want to buy something for less than a chrono because I don't want to carry platinum around and have to actually use it. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, Sean, it just comes through the wall, okay? 30 hours in. I don't have time to explain why it came single. Man, Bull, you're hurting my feelings, bro. Alright boys, this is for true paladins everywhere. We can't let this Dark Elf scum survive. I don't, Frank, but I'll get fresh on there. Figure it out. Do some hails. The whole Epic questline series is actually kind of a black hole of lore knowledge for me. I only really know the monk Epic. Dude, look at the guy's size next to me. Like, to him, I'm a giant monster. Like, some huge knuckle dragger just came and murdered this dude 20 yards away from his home. Oh, I know the story of Iraq from reading the RPG manual books and stuff. Like, his whole thing was that he was arrogant enough, right? That's why he had the fiery Avenger, and he was arrogant, went to Plane of Fear thinking he would, like, you know, slay the evil there. But that's not what it's about. It's about defending the innocent. That's why you get the fiery Defender when you perfect it, right? Is that the long and short of it, Frank? Dude, that fire imp will kill me. Just think, man, if we were a ranger, well, we wouldn't have Spirit Wolf yet, but if we had Spirit Wolf and we were a ranger, we could just sit in this zone till like 35. Easy. We could probably actually use those Dark Elf guards in Nectulis combined with this vendor right here to fund our Fine Plate skill ups. Dude, you can't trust a Dark Elf. Does Nectulis still have that giant golem that used to patrol around the entrance to Neriak? I don't think it's on the server, is it? Alright boys, here we go. We're about 5 minutes away from making a ranger. Nice, a Wonka Trump. Alright, so this has that fat Zem, 66.6%. Best Zem outside of Kedge. Let's see what a level 20 mob, 3 levels below us, gives. What do you think? He runs at 50? So the goblin models all look the same, but they all have a different mouth. Like the green models are angry, the red ones are smiling, the blue ones are making that O face. The frost goblins have a different animation too, or not animation, but texture. Alright, I wasn't looking. How was the EXP? Yeah, Kunark goblins look awesome. Actually, imagine how much less entertaining Kunark would have been if they had just copy-pasted the same goblin models from Classic. Soup Lover, thanks for the follow. Permadeath SSF Pally, we only do the dangerous camps. We only kill the dumbest mobs. Is it by a lava pit? Can it cast root in a dungeon? Let's kill it. Thanks, Zimir. Doing the big math there. So I wonder what my odds of dying against this wizard are. We're going to take our negative MR shoulders off. Okay, he starts with the root. We got the resist, boys. Easier to keep the shoulders off. I think bandoliering with an item on our cursor could be kind of funky. Certainly puts out some deeps. Dude, I'm gonna resist every root until like 5%. Oof. much mana does this guy have? Can you stop? Cast like Burst of Flame or something.
And now, Sprout.
Side here first, boys. No consideration for our own life or personal safety.
Rachmaninoff.
Yeah, healer mobs are a big problem for me until I get some stuns on the board. Right. Look, someone's selling Sand of Row, just taunting me with it. Oh yeah, Wrecker, I definitely could, but I can't get enchanted platinum bars, so I can't make the armor anyway. I can only get those pleb platinum bars. Yeah, I was up late one night, and I was like doing all the mapping for how I was gonna do the Armor of Row quest, and I just happened to look, and I was like, oh god, enchanted bars. I can't trade with players at all. Even though I could just, you know, buy the bars and stuff, just wouldn't be fair. Otherwise, I could get a bunch of sweet jewelry and stuff too. Only natural ground spawns allowed. Look at you guys, chat, tempting me to fall to the path of evil. I am a good paladin, lawful good. I'm representing Karana out here in Brad's memory. That's a good question. I don't know if you can, Wrecker. Wish I had a good way to pull this guy. Like, I wish I didn't always just sell every bow I got. I could probably just walk up to the window, I suppose. Pull master. Valk, yeah, I'll run if I'm close to his own line and I'm losing a fight. But I push it real close to the edge. I want to be entertaining too, you know? We need that dramatic tension. I can only buy the default vendor stock, so the items that have like the little tack mark that the vendor would sell on server up when no one has ever sent him an item before. Some vendors actually have default items that they carry a finite supply of, so I can't just say the tack mark ones. But it's got to be on his default inventory list. Watch my Og tick break root. Dude, these are a lot easier than the Knolls and Paw. Yeah, I was gonna say I can buy the instant gate potions, but those are like one of the only things I can think of off the top of my head that have finite uses or finite stock on vendors. I didn't make Patchwork, but I quested Patchwork for a little bit by doing the Rat King quest in North Kanos, no, South Kanos. Yeah, I think they're like 1,000 plat. I could just farm picks and just do like the first 3 mobs in this zone. I think every vendor only has 2 of the vials of swirling smoke, right? Every vendor that sells them on server up. So this is actually kind of worst case scenario. Level 20 shaman might straight up kill us. I mean, we'll try it, but he's gonna heal forever. He's gonna cast slow. He might throw some dots on me that are gonna be pretty nasty. Alright, first spell is Root. And we have an ad. He proceeds to stand slightly out of my melee range. I don't know where that ad's at. I don't see it hitting me. It's probably running to get a train. Alright, we're slowed and poisoned. 10 seconds on root, just about. Three. Yeah, we'll run from this. That was not going anywhere good for us. Hey Liak, it's going pretty well. Yeah, it's a different time than my normal streams. I went back to work this week out of that quarantine life. So my streams will be more frequently in like a prime time kind of range. That said, my schedule is kind of like an alternating schedule right now. So every other week I'll be back on that early morning stream. Liak, you missed it, but we got the werewolf skin cloak from Karg Ice Bear earlier today. It's like the problem is that he'll just keep recasting the dots. While I'm casting, he's getting melee rounds in, and I'm not doing any damage. Like curing in the middle of combat is pretty tough. Hey Jaloops, if you type !UI, it'll link you to my UI. Oh man, that's crazy. I camped him for another 2 hours, but I did some testing on the test server with a bard to try to figure out the spawn cycle, and I think I got it down. Maybe I should make a video on how to spawn Karg Ice Bear, because I think I really have a handle on it now. Yeah, you're probably right. I should probably cure them because he'll make himself go out of mana pretty quick. Honestly, I think we might have been able to solo him if we didn't get that ad. But with the ad, I just knew it was like no chance, you know. But you know, if I could just back up and heal myself a little bit, it wouldn't be a big problem. Dude, the zone line for Soleil is so stupid. For some reason, instead of coming out right next to the zone, like every other zone in the game, It shoots you out like 40 feet. We also learned, Liak, that Karg despawns when you turn in a quest item. How long do we think we'll grind here before I fall in the lava? I love when I proc that Berserker Strength. Wow, that's crazy. That Q is deadly right now. Yeah, I called my wife and had her log me into the queue when I was like an hour away from leaving work. And I still had to wait a good 30 or 40 minutes once I got home. Oh, dude, that sucks. Did you guys win Inneruk? Yeah, dude, the queue number is strictly a lie. Hey, Jaloops, thanks for the follow, man. Are you in, you guys are both in EQ Baby, right? I heard there was some good old-fashioned poop socking today at Nagafin. So the problem with socking is like when someone socks, if you just let them, like if you say, okay, this classic dragon loot is not worth making my guild sock. Oh god, I'm gonna kill myself. If you say this classic dragon loot is not worth making my guild sock for, which is true, it's not, then the other guild, whichever guild has initiated the sock, will by default get the loot, right? Which only encourages them to sock more in the future. So you have to be like, you got to do that raid guild calculus and be like, okay, is it worth socking this one time to encourage them to never sock again, so that they're like, okay, well, we tried socking, we wasted 12 hours and we still got no loot. Is it worth pulling that trigger? But what if you sock against them and you lose? Because it kind of becomes like a crapshoot. Hey, Fades 1209, thank you for the follow. Oh yeah, those early morning goat runs were a ton of fun. Some of the best fun I had on Cello. Indecisive? Oh, indecisive. Okay, thanks for the follow, man. Were you the bard that I used to chat up? You were from like a small guild, and I was always trying to get you to join us. And we would occasionally like team up at like the really terrible hours where there was only like 3 people on. Yeah, man, I remember you. You were awesome. But yeah, man, it's tough. When someone socks, you have to consider socking against them just to discourage them from socking again in the future. Like maybe the first time you don't challenge them on it, you just say, okay, let them have it, no big deal. We'll do something better. But if they start doing it regularly, you have to confront it. There's just no other way around it. Or you become the instance guild. Not that there's anything wrong with that, right? But if it's your guild identity is that you do open world, eventually you have to confront socking. And it's always gonna suck no matter how you swing it. Never actually pooped in a sock though. No, Cardis. Yeah, I heard that there was a bug with the resist rates in Befallen here. I mean, that could just be like crazy anecdotes, you know, from salty people, but I heard that they're resisting far more than is ordinary. I mean, you can get an EB potion from the store. I don't know. I would try Kedge at like at least level 40. But I have never really tried to EXP there, so I could be totally off base. I might be able to start earlier than that. With the hole being open though, there's no way that the hole's not the optimal EXP zone, simply due to mob level, mob density. Hey Mailman, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I would do Elgug to 41 if you want to be like optimal. And then after that, I'd go to the hole. Probably wouldn't be much issue. What's up, Pope? Welcome back. Glad to see you here. Yeah, actually, you said you're duoing right now. I would actually guess that Kedge would be better for a duo, because mob density doesn't matter to you, and the mobs in the hole, while very dense and higher level, which is better generally for a full group, they have a ton of HP, which is going to be worse for you as a duo. So I would bet Kedge would actually be better. Hey Leok, I want to get smithing to 100. It's 84 right now. You know, it's on there. Not working on it right this second per se, but eventually we're going to knock it out. I have 196 plat, probably 200 when I sell this, so we could probably do it. So it's just, yeah, it's just a good benchmark on the path to fine plate. 120 is like the real goal. At 120, I think we have a chance of occasionally succeeding a fine plate roll. I'm not sure about specific camps in the hole. Honestly, I have not grinded in the hole very much because I always hit 50 like before the hole opens. I've done docks and some of the other camps in there when I'm leveling up my second characters. Whoops, reading chat, not paying attention. So for those of you who weren't here earlier when I talked about it, I think, not guaranteed, but I think me and some pals, including a very loving robot, will be doing a static grind, 1 through 50, in one long stream. Coming up sometime soon, probably 4th of July weekend time frame. It's not set in stone, just tentative. But we'll do it exactly like a static group would on a launch race, so you'll get to see exactly how we run things. The only difference being, of course, we'll run into other players. We won't have every camp to ourselves like we normally would. And we won't struggle to log in for 10 hours, hopefully. But if you're interested in that sort of thing, look for some more details sometime in the near future, and you can come check us out. Personally, I'm not a big fan of Najena. I've always found like the level bands to be kind of weird. Like every given level range doesn't have enough mobs to be super good for a full group, and it's also super dangerous. And there's a lot of casters in there. The Zem is nice, but at a comparable level range, it seems better to just focus on Lava Storm, where you have almost instant respawns and thus endless mobs. Najena suffers from what I like to think of as the crush bone problem, which is like on TLP launch, a lot of people will rush to crush bone if you have that fade war start. But like, you could go to crush bone, right? And you could deal with what is it, like 20-minute respawns, maybe 11-minute respawns because it's a newbie dungeon. Or you could stay right outside in GFA and have like 5-minute respawns, close to instant respawns in some zones if you pick the right mobs. And frequently the Zem will lose out to the mob respawn rate. And Lava Storm and Najena, I think, are a perfect example of that. Round 2 on this Shaman. See, the worst part about Tainted Breath is it takes 2 casts to cure. Drowsy's only an 11% slow. I think it's more optimal to just swing through it for all 45 seconds it lasts. Hey, Despboot. The mobs were just pretty tough. I had a lot of downtime, and I wasn't able to even keep like 3 mobs regularly locked down. We haven't mapped out the pause Zem yet, but I suspect this is higher since it's like the highest non-catch zone in Classic. The mobs seem to have lower HP, well, probably because they're a lower level. Basically, I think I need just a couple more levels to reliably do paw. It's just too rough when we're trying to do yellows. You know, every other mob is like a yellow con. I'd been saying that I wanted to check out Soleil for a few days anyway, so it's good to be here. That's crazy. Almost, that might have been a full 2%, and he is like 5 levels lower than me. Smithing 100 is just a convenient benchmark. After I get 100, I'll throw on 120. Once we hit 120, we'll push for fine plate. I think you can start Befallen like really early, like 5 or 6 if you're in a full group. Do the first floor. I think CT can be good if you do the right parts. The temple all the way to like the north of the zone, I enjoy, like with all the Crusaders and stuff. But I think Sol A, until this server, was actually off the beaten path. Like most TLPs, 1 or 2 groups go to Sol A, and that's about it. And even now, when it's definitely more popular, it pales in comparison to like Unrest and Guk. There's probably like 10 Unrest right now. Oh, root resist. Dang, Daspout doing Befallen all the way back in the beta. Yeah, dude, I was thinking about that. Every time I run by that axe, hey, stop cheating, Rim. I don't need these heals. Every time I run by that axe, I'm like, what if that axe just like yeets me off the ledge? I've never been hit by it. I actually don't know what happens. There's a trap in Soleil that I was like messing around on my level 70 monk, and I was like, I wonder what this trap hits for, and it just killed me instantly. Yeah, the ruins in North Row would be dope, especially because North Row actually has like a 13% Zem for some reason. But the ruins I think are a little bit low level for me now that I'm like 23. Yeah, Fades, that's exactly what it is. It's like that spear drill trap down in the middle of the dungeon. That thing kills you very quickly. It's like a small amount of damage, but it hits you hundreds or thousands of times in like 1 or 2 seconds. Every time I run back up, I'm like, is this the time that I fall? So I've been toying with the idea of adding the face cam to the stream. I feel like right now the stream has like a really nice minimalist kind of vibe to it, so I'm not sure how that would go with it. Any thoughts on that in the chat, if you guys would prefer it or not? Would it help you connect with the content and the conversation better if you could see me? Yeah, but I just like that comfort of being right next to the zone line, you know? You're gonna see my stoic face. Featureless, expressionless. Yeah. You guys all have a lot of good points. I'll probably, sometime in like the next week or so, I'll probably throw one up for a stream and just see what people think, if they like it or if they don't. And we'll roll with whatever seems good. I feel like this guy's due pretty soon. That's why I do it, for that tension. Yeah, you ever do that thing where like you turn too fast and it just freaks out and you do like a random 180? I wonder if the damage from the lava will interrupt Origin, or if I could successfully resolve Origin down there. That was a close axe, boys. Almost got me. Oh, that's bad. Who is he hitting? I saw it do some attack animations facing away from me. Is someone else hitting this? It's taking a lot of damage, or am I'm just having some good rounds. Double 36, 41. Yeah, that was another consideration. If it would just kill me before I could resolve Origin, yeah. Now, I wonder if this guy won't run. He shouldn't, right? Because he's got a buddy. Perfect. Dude, look at that. Perfect timing. Right when I was ready for him. Fuzzums, I don't use Bind Wound. I started using it in the beginning and I found that it wasn't like super effective. Now I know if my skill's much higher, the amount I would get from Bind Wound would be better. But I think that it might actually be better. It might be more efficient for me to med and get the med ticks and then heal. Unless I get sit regen and sit mana regen, like meditation, while I'm bind wounding. Because you can't bind wound during combat on TLP servers. That bug was fixed. Yeah, if I can bind while sitting, then I should probably look into skilling it up. Hey, Banneroo, thanks for the follow. Krychek, thanks for following. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, man, it's gonna be nice when we get that new heal. Yeah, a couple more levels will really start to power up. Generally, this should be over 2% a kill, yeah. Even the ones that are like 5 levels lower than me are giving me 2% right now. Alright, we're gonna do one more kill and then we'll be out for the night. I'll be back tomorrow though, so no worries. And by tomorrow, hopefully our emos will be approved. Later, Frank. Have a good one, dude. Wait in med while root wears off on that guy. Yeah, maybe I'll clear a spot out of the queue for one lucky member of chat. Yeah, Ko's playing right now. Maybe we'll raid Ko after this. Flex our 93 people on him. I assume like most of the people watching Ko's stream are not the same people who would watch my stream. He's got like his own built-in audience. Alright, we'll raid a smaller EQ streamer right now. Alright folks, it was a good one. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you guys tomorrow night.
All right, let's see here. Zaide, what? Thank you very much for the raid, dude. Welcome. Hope you had a great stream. Trying to make sure I get this down before I say it. But thank you very much for the raid. I do appreciate it. I'm sure everybody's already following you, but let's go ahead and get welcome to you and your viewers. I greatly appreciate that. Love to watch some of this CT action. Guys, you probably already followed, but definitely give them a follow. I'm pretty sure I'm following. I hope I'm following. I think I followed last time. No, I'm not. I'm an idiot. There we go. Follow. Woo. Yeah, but definitely check them out. Thank you very much for the raid, dude. I hope you had an excellent Monday and a great stream of Everquest. We're just messing